Hi, my name is David Dyer. I'm a CPA at Churchill Downs Incorporated. My title is Settlements Manager. So I'm an accounting manager, and in my role, what I do is if you went to anywhere in the world and you're betting on horse racing, whether it be at one of the Churchill Downs properties, so here in town, the Churchill Downs racetrack, maybe the Kentucky Derby, we own a couple other horse tracks throughout the country, and then we also collect data and we provide cash settlements to a handful of customers. So you could be betting anywhere in the world, and the data is most likely going to come through my team. And at the end of the month, we're going to send out an invoice, collect payment, and we're in charge of billions of transactions. And I'm not so much on the invoice and collection side, and it's more of the accounting to that. Additionally, I help out with external reporting here. So we have reports we have to file with the SEC, and then any like public press releases. If we have financials in there, there's times where I help out external reporting with whether it be collecting or reviewing the data or whatever they may need. So I'm from Lexington, Kentucky originally, and I came up to Louisville and started at the University of Louisville majoring in sport administration. And after a couple semesters, I started taking business classes, and that's where I kind of learned that there's way more money to be made. And then, you're not completely restricted to just doing accounting or finance, for example. There's a wide range of opportunities in either one of those fields. I'd always consider those jobs to be pretty narrow in focus. But once you do your research there, you can figure out that there's many different career possibilities in accounting and finance. I would say that not a lot of people know that if you're an accountant, if you're a CPA at a company, you probably have more exposure to the whole company in general than a lot of people do. So you're consistently working with many different departments. You're working in all kinds of different processes, and you're seeing different parts of the company where you may not be seeing in the same, say if you're a analyst in the marketing department or legal department, you may not be touching as much as a fresh accountant would. So I think the best thing to know is there's a wide range of jobs in accounting. So you can start out interning in public accounting or interning at a big corporation while you're still in school. And then once you graduate, there's a lot of opportunities as well. You can work in an audit or tax, for example, and be on the client service side, where in that role you're seeing a whole bunch of different companies, but not working for the company. So that gives you a nice perspective, and it's a very fast learning curve. So you get a lot thrown at you, but you learn a lot. But then you can also go into the industry or into government or nonprofit, for example. So there's many different paths you could choose, and there's many different roles, whether it be, financial analyst, budget analyst, or it could even be working for a financial planning team. There's a lot you can do. You do not have to be good at math. I think my best friend is, this app here on my iPhone. And then probably also Microsoft Excel does all the math for me. There's really not much I need to do as long as you're good in Excel. So this is a question that I thought about for a while. And since I gained my CPA license a few years back, I've worked on a couple different nonprofit boards. And, that was a real eye opener to me where I'm in the business silo, but then there's a lot of people that aren't. And it's something that, I'm able to give my time and my knowledge into something. For example, doing a tax return for a nonprofit. I can do that pretty easily. Whereas if the nonprofit didn't have a CPA, they'd be paying hundreds or maybe a couple $1,000 to have that service done. And then the people that would be doing that, then they might have no idea how to fill that form out, where I don't do it in my everyday role, but I have a pretty good idea of what needs to be done or what data needs to be collected. So I'd say giving back, and then with any firm you work with, there's lots of good volunteer opportunities. So I've seen that in public accounting, and I've seen that in industry now. Yeah, absolutely. So I have a couple analysts that report to me, and then in my previous role, I was in public accounting as a manager. Um, we stress there mentoring, and then also a teaching environment. So I brought that with me to Churchill Downs, where I don't want my staff to be doing the same thing every day, not asking questions. I want them to work in an environment where they're learning, and where if they see something they think's wrong, they come to me. So open and honest feedback, and then always feel free to ask questions, always be learning. I think that's very important. And I strive to have the people reporting to me know that.